Hello everybody and welcome back to Thai Talk with Dan. I hope you enjoyed the story yesterday about the Thai bride from hell. It was our most crazy story of the year so far. Now, we've had a subscriber called Lee send his story in, how he met a Thai woman on a train and how things progressed, and he's looking for a little bit of advice. So, let's roll the intro and let's get on with today's story. Okay guys, welcome back. So let's kick off with Lee's story. Good day Dan and Happy New Year to you. Thank you for doing these videos of people's stories and giving your thoughts. I have found them very helpful. I have a story of my own and I am a bit confused where this is heading. I was visiting Thailand for the first time back in November. The first thing I had planned to do was go down to the Mae Klong train market. After spending a good few hours walking around down there, it was time for me to take the train back. I took the first train to the end of the line. From there, I had to get the second train back to Bangkok, the Mahachai station. Buying the train ticket while I was in line, I made eye contact with a very small Thai woman. We both smiled at each other. After buying my ticket, I went on my way exploring the area until the train got to the stations. I got on the train and found a spot to sit down so I could look out the window. I noticed the train didn't have too many people on it as I was looking around. Then I noticed the small Thai woman. Let's call her Tiny. She was sitting right behind me. I smiled at her and again she smiled back at me. The smiling at each other went on for a few more times. As the train was stopping at more stations, more people were getting on the train. It started to get crowded. Right next to me was an open seat, and before too long, Tiny moved and sat next to me. We started talking to each other using Google Translate. We had some simple but good conversations. When the train got to the Won Wayan station, Tiny and I got off. She noticed I was limping and was really worried about me. I had blisters on my feet from all the walking I did earlier. I kind of was lost and it was raining. She decided she wanted to help me find my way back to my hotel room. After about an hour, we got to my hotel room. I think she was one of the sweetest girls I've ever met. We talked more with Google Translate on the couch in the room. Before too long, we both were cuddling and kissing. Things got heated up and we ended up getting intimate with each other. It was really late, so she ended up staying the night. The next morning, I was heading to Ao Nang for 7 days and had to get to the airport. She wanted to come with me to the airport to see me off. As we were saying goodbye in the airport, she started crying. I wasn't too sure what to make of this. The emotions I saw in her felt real. I told her I was going to be back to Bangkok in a week, so we got each other's line information. I gave her 500 baht to get back home and also gave her some money to get something to eat. She never asked for any money and at first was trying to give it back to me. While gone, we texted each other a few times, nothing overly done. On a side note, I fell in love with the Ao Nang area. When I got back to Bangkok, I met up with her at the same train station in Bangkok. Tiny was so excited to see me. She gave me a really big hug and wouldn't stop holding my hand. We hung out in Chinatown, sightseeing and stuff. We ate a bunch of Thai street food. Later, we going back to my hotel and she stayed the night. The next day, went on to an auto show and more sightseeing. She stayed with me again. As I was leaving the very next day to go back to the US, once again she wanted to see me off at the airport. Again at the airport, she got very emotional, saying goodbye. Before leaving her, I gave her the rest of the money I gave for her to get home with, 400 baht. She again tried to hand it back to me. Now it's been about 6 weeks since we last saw each other in person. We have kept in touch over line, texting and video calls sometimes. What I am having a hard time with is that she's not working right now, and I don't know where she's getting money to live on. There are times where it might be days where I don't hear from her. I can see that she's read my text but no reply back. And the latest thing she said, she's going to be with family over the New Year's week and she won't have cell service. It's been 5 days now since we last talked. I wondered to myself, where in Thailand is there no cell service? My insecurity is getting the best of me, and I keep wondering to myself if she meets other men this same way that I met her. Maybe someone's taking care of her. She hasn't asked me for any money, but I am expecting maybe that she will at some time. That will be the game changer. I have really fallen for her, but there is so much I don't know about her. Am I overthinking things? Thanks again for all you do. Lee. Okay, Lee, well, thanks firstly for emailing your story in. And what I will say straight away is that there's normally cell service everywhere around Thailand. So that is a little bit worrying. Some people might say that she just wants to have some private time with her family and friends, so she doesn't really want to be texting or phoning during the time that she's at home. And other people will probably say she's got a husband and got children, etc., which she's obviously doesn't want you to find out about. So the cell service thing is a bit of a worry. Now, the way I look at it myself, Lee, is that you had a great time. You had a nice romantic time. You met and hooked up quite easily on the train. You know, she approached you to sit down next to you. She got the vibes that you were interested in her with all the smiling. So she went in for the kill, so to speak. And things very quickly progressed from there. So you have to really take your feelings away from the scenario and look at it properly. She was very, very easy to hook up with. Yeah, you have to accept that. You did hook up, you had sex the first night, etc. And things progressed pretty quickly. And then in regards to the crying and the emotions so quickly and early on, it is a little bit worrying. So yeah, you do need to be very cautious and you do need to be very careful. But I would just enjoy it for what it was, Lee. You had a great time, yeah, on holiday, met up with a woman. You know, you shared some nice times with her, had a bit of fun, and it was good. But just be careful and just enjoy the holiday romance. Okay, guys, let Lee know what you think down in the comments. Try not to be too harsh, everybody. I know what most people would probably have to say, but just take it for what it is. She's not come at you for any money. You've had a good time. I'd basically move on if I were you, and just get on with your life and remember the nice experience that you had. Or it's up to you, Lee, if you do really have strong feelings and you can progress it, but just be very cautious and careful. But guys, what do you have to say for Lee? Right, we've had quite a few stories emailed in, so I'm probably going to get on to a few others, guys. And as always, if you've got a story that you wish to share, then please send an email in to thaitalkwithdan@gmail.com. booking.com. Also guys, if you're not subscribed to the channel, don't forget to hit subscribe. Don't forget to give the video a like if you enjoyed the story, and please leave your comments down below. Ciao for now.